back to MyView TV, the people's platform, the home of undiluted news, reviews, updates, and your daily dose of entertainment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in your cheer for me. Everything what you see up my natural talent. Let me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, man.
There are more people than you think that would commit a crime if they know they could get away with it. Now, the type of crime varies. Could be based on their personality or desperation, status. Now, one thing for sure I can tell you, just like a consumer confidence, when somebody is certain on a particular return on their investment, then they're going to be more of a risky spender because their confidence level is up. Now, make sense out of nonsense. When Jamaica have a 79% chance of you not getting convicted, so it's like a 21% conviction rate they have. When somebody look on a statistic like that, their confidence level of getting away with a particular crime is sky high. So if you were to ask me, where do we start? We need to decrease this confidence level of these people. And to do that, we have to have a better conviction rate.
Bless up my views. That's a very interesting question. And one which should be explored more in Jamaica by forensic psychologists, because I don't think Jamaica will focus on personality disorders. Well, it's multifaceted. It's a number of factors that contribute to a criminal mindset. There's a childhood factor, genetic factors. That's why you have what you call psychopaths, because it is said that genes can be passed on from parents to kids, a proven fact. And so we get people with antisocial behavior. There's social factors, environmental factors. So you have the nature and nurture sort of influence, peer pressure, community, the family structure. And there's many different studies, because you have people who actually have been in similar environment and have not been influenced. So then you have to break it down to look on why some people are more vulnerable than some. And it's because it's a combination of sociopathic and psychopathic influences that allow people to revert to criminal behavior. But then again, you have those who are not in that environment and who have not had genetic influences and still become antisocial or have criminal behavior. For example, a politician who grew up probably into a sort of stable home, middle class home, and then he became susceptible to, say, theft and corruption, right? And that is just mere greed. So the factors are multifaceted, and because the factors are multifaceted, then it have to be dealt with in a multifaceted situation. It have to be dealt singularly for each factors. I think one of the problems with what Jamaica have is that they sort of blanket everything, and it can't be, because all crime is broken down into many different facets, as Brogard would have said, in terms of crime of passion, theft, burglary, those committed white-collar crime as opposed to blue-collar crime, and each have to be dealt with in a strategic manner rather than holistically, because each results are different, and each, and in regards to victim and who is the perpetrator. So I think that barely scratch the surface of your answer, the answers you look for. But that's my view. Saying big up.
One way to understand criminal behavior is to find the motive, the means, the opportunity, as well as their criminogenic needs. Criminogenic needs are traits associated with criminal thinking and their behavior. We have biological factors, genes, and this can be passed as early as conception. We have the antisocial values. This is a form of criminal thinking. You know how criminals rationalize or their belief that their crimes and behavior are always justified. And in this, they actually show no remorse for crimes committed. There's also the factor of criminal peers. They're often introduced to drug, alcohol, sex, and then, actually pressured into engaging in criminal activities. Antisocial personalities. This usually start happening around the age of 15 or even earlier, where a child start running away, skipping school, fighting, possessing weapons, lying and stealing. The dysfunctional family, having that lack of family support and, both emotionally, no love is shown in the home, or there's always an argument, fighting and all of that, so the child becomes displaced. Low self-control, the temperament, the impulse of just acting. The mindset is just the here and now, what happened now, me I go kill you, me I go, that sort of thing. And they really don't think about the consequences of their behavior. You have substance abuse, which is the drugs, the psychological factors, as Barefoot said, childhood experiences, the negative social environment. I think a way to actually help is that our police force need to be trained in criminology to understand the mindset of criminals, to get into their head and see where all of this is coming from, because we have different crimes. So this is just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I second what Barefoot is saying. There are so many things that contribute to crime. One of the things I can say two things that stands at the base, are the basis as the grounds as to which people become criminals: opportunity and circumstances. Those are the two that I think are significant. Why? Because certain circumstances create a criminal. As Barefoot say, some people just because whatever they've been through, the things that they've been through, and them wanting to overcome, either they might not have the courage or the confidence to do it the right way. However, there are those that are their basis is opportunity. When they see an opportunity, they could be a born rich person, born wealthy, come from good family, have everything at their disposal to do better. And because the opportunity is there, they just do it. You understand? And there are many in between those. There are some, as I say, come from the circumstances they create. Some of them, the environment that the toxic environment create them. Some of them, the way people treat them as a, well, it's the same thing as the environment. You know, it's just a lot of things, you know. That's why in this time here we have a lot of revenge killings. And this gang culture is a matter of circumstance. The gang culture is a tribalist culture. And we get that from our political leaders, where we have rivalry. You understand? That is just something that is ordinary in society now. It's almost as if we have to just accept it as it is, because that's what it is. It's what it is. We have so many different elements as it relates to those two, whereas the circumstance create them are the opportunity. The opportunist is the person that will that delve into corruption. And that corruption, in order to keep that, to maintain it, you have to get rid of anybody that poses a threat that will reveal what is happening. And so you have a lot of those things that happen. I think not only in Jamaica, but everywhere. People have them things that they're doing, and in order to keep it going, because everything that's in the dark come to light at some point. So, you know, there are so many elements of our factors that contribute to how we behave in this time. But as I say, I second what Barefoot is saying, because it's a fact. It's not but facts. So I'm talking about right there. So you understand? So yeah, man, big up on yourself.
Yeah, my 2 cents on this is, crime has become a bit of a glamorous thing now. So everyone wants to participate in gruesome barbaric act. And even people who wouldn't participate in it, because it's like a status, everybody wants to be a part of it. Some people would argue and say, bad upbringing or, poverty. And, even as, even could have been a psychological, it could be psychological and stuff like that. But it's a variety of things that would lead someone down the path of crime. And, and one of them is that, it's been glamified at this moment. And, people see it as another way to, to get notice, or a way for people to respect them, or just a way of life for them, But anyway, that's just my 2 cents in it, anyway.
Right now we lack Jamaica. We have failed in terms of grooming our sons to be alpha males. We fail in that regard. I don't know what happened. Is it between the church, the school system, and the household? But we fail to bring up young men that are willing to be protectors of their home, of their households. You know what I say? Young men these days want to be known as a gallus, and I'm not no wrong if you want womanize, but at least take care of your family. You understand? That traditions, let me tell you, the biggest thing for me is the traditions that we have as in our culture. The traditions that we usually have break down. Everybody wants to be like westernized, American style, Where them say, no matter they create the environment and give you the tools, and no matter where you do, they'll find you and so they can send you to prison and you become a part of their workhouse. But it's just so many different factors into why we behave how we behave, and it's sad.
I agree with you, and I think one of the main reason is the family structure, because these men, there's no father, there's no mother, and when you listen to these men, when they're being interviewed, when you hear what they do say, the gang is their family. So this is what they hold dear to them. This are them brother. You understand? So then we kill for the family. So one of them dead, them, it's a reprisal and all of that, because they are looking to be accepted somewhere. So when they get involved in these gangs, they build a bond. And this is where family comes in, where, we don't rally around these men, and even females too. There's not much love shown within the family household. So they look for it elsewhere, and when they do find it, they become a menace to society.
It is related to the lack of fathers in the home, because the father is the person who set the mandate and template for the son for following. It's the father show you figuratively how to shave then, because the mother can't have no beard. So the leadership template really come from the father, but not exclusive to the father, because you have the school, as you say, you have the teachers, you have the gangs, but who does the youth get relevant affirmation from? The youth them on the corner. When him do something in my house, him probably get cussing and told off. When him do something on the street, him get a fist and a thump off and fist and say, yeah, general. And that affirmation is building of a self-esteem. Especially if it's a recurring thing for the mothers and fathers, always chastising, telling you, cursing you, telling you, even though in their own mind they're doing something good. The fact that you're getting a verbal beating on a daily basis, as opposed to affirmation from the guy on the road, the child caught between two lovers, Those of him friends who give him affirmation for negative things, those of his mother who beat him in her own Jamaican way verbally. Boy, good way, you tell us, and keep on shouting and those things. Them things, they have a reverse effect. And I think that is one of the factors. The youths them drawn. Remember, Maslow hierarchy of hierarchy pyramid, Human beings need social security, need to feel safe, need to get affirmation, need all of those attributes come up the pyramid. And it doesn't exclude the teenage youth, right? He's looking for that as well, and there comes a point where mommy and daddy can't give him that. So him draw to who closest can give him that, which is him friends, him peers, right? And he's prepared to move please that peers by doing whatever they require.